Welcome back, everybody. We're going to be playing some SimAirport today. Now, if you're new to the channel or have just somehow forgotten, I'm a pilot and a former air traffic controller. The twist here is that we're going to be limiting ourselves in realistic ways. SimAirport is a surprisingly fun and deep management sim where you're responsible for the operations of an airport. Well, we're going to be doing this as realistic as possible. Okay, I've created a game for what we're trying to do here today. Now, for anybody familiar with SimAirport, generally things like the deliveries, the storage, and the garbage zones would be out along the road here. That's just not practical. So I set this up by building those into different parts of the building. Unfortunately, the city where this airport is could only muster up $100,000 in bonds for us. So we don't have a lot of capital to work with here. Plus, we're going to be further limited because of some unusual zoning ordinances the city has enacted to our one runway here and only one gate. We'll talk more about that as it happens. Let's look at what we've got here in the terminal. Got your ticketing area, baggage claim, security, and your gate. Now, this is a pretty realistic sim, but right off the bat, you can get an idea of some problems with it. If we zoom in on the male restroom here, there are no urinals, which is fine, 3 stalls, and 4 sinks. Even if men's bathrooms did have that many sinks, I assure you that the men coming out of them are not using them. So having more sinks than there are stalls is just not sensical. That's a real tick against the game's realism here, right off the bat, We are starting at the end of a day because of this other construction stuff I had to do here, but what we've got is 4 construction workers, we've got 3 security staff people, and a couple ticketing staff. We also do have a janitor. Okay, up first, for our one runway, one gate airport here, we need to schedule some flights. Now, another way that people play this game is to just ramp up the landing fees. Runway income usage, which are basically landing and takeoff fees, and then terminal usage income. $400 for a landing fee at, a relatively small airport like this is pretty wildly high. We're going to take it down to like $200, which is probably still a little bit high, but we'll make that work. And then terminal usage income. We're going to charge the airlines to use our terminal $15 per passenger to try and make up some of that usage income. If you were playing this just for fun, you could crank this up and it will hurt your relationship with some of the airports, but we're not worried about that just yet. Now we need to schedule some flights. Okay, we've got different airlines over here, how much they like us, a signing bonus with them, and then available flights. We've got AM, afternoon, and PM. We can't do anything PM yet because we don't have any runway lights. I'm actually going to get the crew working on that right now. Let's see what we can do to upgrade with some runway lights here. There we go. In addition, what we're going to need to do is probably widen out the security area just a little bit here. One X-ray machine and 1 metal detector. That's just a little too trusting. A little too trusting in my mind. We'll go ahead and go down like that. A little bit pricey. We're already at $47.5. Now what we're going to do here is we're not going to use any grants. We don't even have those available to us. And we're going to try and not take out any loans. We're also going to try and have $1 million in cash by Christmas. Unfortunately, the airport authority of our local airport here are some real sticklers. So, as the airport manager here, I might get fired if I don't have us up to $1 million by Christmas. It is August 15th in the game, so we've got a little bit of time here, but they are skeptical of our capabilities. We'll see. Okay, we got to schedule some flights. Let's see what we've got. Boeing 737s, 2 of them in the morning. I like it. Different aircraft types, Dash 8, 737, and a 707. We have a pretty catastrophically short runway as it is right now, which we'll look at that in just a second. Let's see what else we can schedule. CRJ 900s, another 737, 707, Embraer 195, interesting. I'm going to take as many 737s as I can. As a former air traffic controller, 737s are what I would want to be working with. A320, Beech 1900s, those aren't... Keep in mind here, we're charging based on the number of passengers, so I'm not interested in Beech 1900s, a real small little turboprop. Let's see, there we go, another 737. I probably need to slot those to make sure I don't overbook here. Okay, we've got that one scheduled to land at 6, and we can adjust how long they'll be at the gate. We'll take them down to an hour and a half here. Hour and a half layover. We'll try and stick with that hour and a half where we can here to get some actual turnaround. Afternoon flight here for aero time. That was another 737, good. Okay, let's see how many more 737s we can pack in here. Nope. I would wager that these these undoubtedly have different seats and passengers. You know, here we go. Yeah, 140 maximum passengers, 180 maximum passengers, but our runway isn't long enough to land a 740 or a 707 right now, which those are pretty old. So we're just gonna take the 737s where we can, and I think that those, let's see, our 737, yeah, the CRJ 900 only has a max of 75 passengers in game, so that's no good. A320, what do those have? 150 max passengers. That's a little bit more than the 737s. Interesting. All right, we'll take those two. Let's see where we're at. Now, it is a little bit unrealistic to think that you would have ultra demand for your tiny little airport right off the bat. This city is just undergoing a bit of an economic boom where all of these airlines want to come fly with us. By the way, if you attempt this, you don't get to use Lernyville, okay? That's just cheating. We're not doing anything with Lernyville. Book a couple Starflight departures back to back for no good reason. No good reason. You must build an air traffic control tower to accommodate more than 10 flights per day. Okay, so we're booked up at this point is what's happening. We'll try and finish out our security zone here. We also need to, anybody who's done any air travel recently knows ticketing kiosks are the way to go. Why hire a person to work a ticketing desk when you can just have people check themselves in, right? Yeah. Okay, now we've got to start thinking about what the passengers are going to need here. First of all, everybody's disgusting. We're going to need some trash cans, particularly right on the outside edge of security for everybody to get rid of their contraband. Should probably put some trash cans in the bathroom too. Let's see, what else do we need for the airport? Vending machines. We'll go ahead and go drink vending and food vending right there. And you always need some of those uncomfortable benches. Turn them so they get to look out the window because we're not a monster. Benches will be going in. Security's getting built. We're going to need to hire new staff. We're already having a bit of a traffic pile up out here because of all the stuff we're buying and us not having enough construction workers to manage it all. Got our bottom line to think about here, okay? And we've gone ahead and put in the benches, or at least they will be, but we should probably actually put in some windows here too so that people can, look out. All right. That'll be beautiful. Put a trash bin vaguely near vending machines. And we need a flight information display, which will be tremendously helpful for the passengers at this one gate, one runway airport. Another thing we do need to do here is make sure that the runway is nice and safe. When you start out, this commercial airport, for any pilots in the audience, this commercial airport does not start out with Pappy. Yikes. Work, yes, get that vending machine in. That vending machine, that thing's gonna be wildly overpriced. It's gonna keep us afloat for a while here. All right, let's see here. Food, we need $5 profit per sale. That'll work. I can't believe it here. We need parking lots. We need to be able to let people park here, and then we can charge them. We need to allow people to park here, but we need to charge like the most ludicrous rates ever. But it doesn't matter because, we're going to drive our personal cars, maybe take an Uber, and pay, $30 a day in parking. No problem. Let's see, we got $13,000. Let's see if we can't zhuzh it up a little bit. Okay, decorative bushes. We'll go with the one with a little bit of color to it. I like that. Sure. Put it on the end there. We want everyone's airport experience to be a pleasant time. Interesting, interesting. There seems to be a demand for the food vending. All right, let's get another one. I don't want these people leaving for their flight before they get their food vending needs met. I want the opportunity to charge them before they... Oop, there it was. Look at that. Look at how long that plane is, this 737. I mean, that was a landing challenge the Rug would have been proud of. Okay, 9 grand? Yeah, we're... Okay, we need... $10 per hour. That'll be okay. I mean, it's keeping pretty full here. Look at this. People choosing to park. That's right. Driving your SUVs, I can't help but notice that almost all of these are probably gas-guzzling SUVs. Once again, extremely realistic. They nailed it. Now, what kind of research do we have that we could get into here? If we're going to become millionaires by Christmas, we definitely need to be able to get some financial benefits from income tax and that sort of thing. We're going to start out with finance here. All right. Restrooms are in use. We are charging aggressively for everything. Food vending machines are doing well for us. Man, we might need to put in another one here. Drink vending? Drink vending, not so much. Particularly given our financial status right now. We're not going to be able to do something like build a store, which is an option for the game. At least not right now. We'll explore that later. I hear a plane. Another thrilling... Oh, gosh. Boy, I don't know. I don't know about that. That might be... you might need to report that one to your aviation authorities right there. Whoops. Okay, these people are just bored, just wildly bored. It's cool. You can go sit down, you know. We only got the one gate here, so everybody is just going to need to make do. I'll tell you what, you guys are bored. Let me throw you in some new benches. You know what? We're going to go back to back with those benches right there. In case you're scared, you don't want to look at the airplanes, no problem. Just look out this way. Maybe we'll even drop you like a single window. There you go. You are welcome. I think once we can afford it, we go with another food vending machine here, but we do have bigger things to worry about, such as our car centaur baggage handlers. He's just walking, just living his best life. Security is just a nightmare. People walking out right down the center. That's fine. So, you know, we could just be applying for loans and taking out a bunch of money in the bank. We're not going to do that. We're not taking handouts. We're not doing grants. We're not taking low interest loans. We're not cheesing the game. We are running this on sound fiscal principles and Twinkies. Another plane arrival. I tell you what, the Boeing 737. It's a reliable aircraft. I love it. No joke though, I really do enjoy the 737. And they were just, I don't know if it was the type of pilots that just happened to fly those or what, but they were always helpful. Now for an air traffic control tower that will allow us the opportunity to have more flights each day, $30,500. Oh, we finished the finance research here. Let's see what we want next. So we're going to start out by hiring a CFO with an office. And the office is done. Desk, an office chair not facing the right direction, zoned office, and we're good. Might not be able to hire a CFO right now. Oh, yeah, we can. Oh, nope, don't have enough money. $375 an hour. By golly, by golly. If you're considering a career change or just haven't chosen what to do yet, be an accountant for the love of everything. You gotta get your full CPA though, here in at least the United States. We're actually gonna hold off on hiring the CFO until tomorrow morning. That might have been our last flight. Oh, we have a fire. We literally... What is happening? Okay, minor fire there, no big deal. Everybody get back to work. Everything's fine, everybody. I feel like it was a garbage can. Like a heckin' trash can caught on fire right there. Yes, welcome. Welcome to our airport. Welcome. Just ignore the smoke smell. You guys just got off the plane and you gotta go sit down and fill up a bunch of my benches? That's ridiculous. Okay, well, I mean, so where did all of our security people go? A whole lot of people just went and hid in the bathroom. It sure would be great if our security people would come back so we could, you know, get in that plane. Is coming back, security? There they are. All right. Oh, this is gonna be close. This is gonna be close. Hang on, what time is that plane's departure? Oh, they still got an hour. They still got an hour. Everybody get in there. Oh boy. Half an hour left. Hurry up. Oh, there goes some flight crew. Okay, flight crew. Oh, by golly. They're going to be a little bit late. 22:30. Ah, they're late. Late leaving, but you got a heck of a lot of people. You know what? You know what? For a fire having broken out here, for you guys to be pushing back from the gate only half an hour late, and using your I don't even know, some sort of sketchy taxiing technique that avoids friction somehow. I don't even know what kind of tires you're running on there. Boy, all right. Well, I was not expecting a fire. Okay, after that debacle, 38% full. That's what it is. That trash can filled it up so fast, it caught fire. Put another one right there, and maybe, just maybe, we'll hire another janitor, okay? I'm not happy about it, but if that's what I need to do to keep this place from bursting into flames, then by golly, we'll do it. Ooh, looks like we've got some weather conditions worsening here. Wind is not great for us. That is the problem with only having one runway. If you haven't thought about it before, many airports have multiple runways to deal with the prevailing wind conditions. So while there may be a whole lot of easterly or westerly wind in this particular area, maybe, you know, they have a strong north-south wind sometimes, so they would have another runway. Often how that sort of thing works. Ugh. $7,000 in taxes right there. That is why we gotta get rid of those. Since we can't build a longer runway anyway, maybe we'll make a parking lot down here at some point. A nice off-site parking with like a tremendously expensive like van. Yeah, that'll be nice. Oh, there we go. 32,000 air traffic control tower. Build it. Air traffic control tower going in. That is going to help us schedule more flights. More flights means more passengers, which means more revenue. You know what? Another tick against this thing here in terms of realism. This just requires steel, concrete, and paint. There's no asbestos. Air traffic control towers require asbestos. Like, it wouldn't even be an air traffic control tower if it wasn't just lead-based paint covered asbestos. I don't know. Clearly the developers have some research they need to do. That's fine. I can't expect absolute realism. Okay, now we've got our air traffic control tower up and operational. We should be able to book some more flights, including, we've got some early morning flights here. What kind of plane is it, would you say? Embraer. Ugh. 90 passengers. Boof. Beach 1900 and an A320 though, to be fair. Okay, I'll take your A320 flight. That's fine. All right. Yeah, we'll take it. Why not? No. I didn't want that Beach 1900 flight. 19 max. Can I cancel it? Yeah. Well, you know, it's not hurting me right now. Once I have enough early morning flights that I can justify terminating it, I'm gonna. You know, parking's still not full. We're gonna lower it again. We'll go down to $8 an hour. See if we can get that full. Okay, $20,000. That allows us to get the final runway upgrade here, which is an ILS system. And that really helps the crosswind. Basically, it helps ensure that your aircraft arrive on time. So we'll get Bob the Builder out there to get it taken care of. How's the queuing going here? Absolute catastrophe. Good. One of the most lucrative ways for airports to make money through their on-field vendors is fuel. Sale of fuel. Oof. Taxes got us. It was day 6 where we were first in the negatives. We do also have some additional negotiations we can do with the airlines to get more of their flights. But we don't have the money for that right now. We're only day 6 of my regime here. You know, I think what we're gonna do, so what we need to, if we're just gonna stick with one runway, one gate, we have to be able to improve our revenues per flight opportunities even. So we need a conference room to be able to have negotiations. I think I'm gonna put a conference room right here. All right, and there we go. We've got a conference center in the middle of our terminal. No chairs, just one huge table. And security, good. Let's see here, we've got an opportunity for an afternoon and an evening flight. CRJ 900, the former air traffic controller in me never wants to see a CRJ ever again in my life. They're just not great. They're very safe, make no mistake. They're nice aircraft, but kind of slow. Hang on, how are people feeling? People are feeling pretty okay about my commercial fees here. This is good. Yeah, 82%. I think I'm going to increase my fees. Oh, there we go. We might lose a flight or two from Union Air. I think I'm going to go ahead and increase my commercial fees here. Landing and takeoff fees are generally published, so you can actually find out online, like, you know, what the landing fee is at an area airport. I'm going to go up to $300, and we're going to go $20 per person. There we go. That should help us. But as long as the services are good, I mean, you saw how fast we put out the fire, got everybody back through security, got that plane reboarded. I mean, there's no messing around there. So that we can research some income tax issues. It requires $38,500. Ugh. Oh, and lower property tax. Requires $62,000. My goodness. Perhaps in a future airport job opportunity for me, we'll go up to build a multiple level terminal up to 3 levels high and with underground parking and fuel and baggage and all that sort of thing. We can definitely do that.
400, 2,000, 4,700, 7,000 scattered, temperature 25, 2.16, altimeter 3027. Read back all runway, hold short instructions, and runway assignments, all departures, contact plans delivery on 119.3 private taxi. Advise on initial contact, give information pop.
Information pop. Reading and recording the Otises. That's everybody's. That's the most fun job in the tower. Clearance delivery, or generally it is the clearance delivery person who also manages the Otis, at least in my experience. Realistically speaking, there would be some sort of small bar or concession stand or something in here for food. That's going to be our next issue. Second level income tax requires $38,500. Okay, so we're almost there again. Might as well just hold out for that. We'll make sure that we're paying almost nothing in income tax. Drops your daily income tax rate to 25%. I mean, dropping that income tax rate. I mean, we're going offshore with our operations here. We're setting up bank accounts in the Cayman Islands. I mean, frankly, this thing is probably like a municipal airport that's got some sort of tax exemption, I would imagine. I don't know. Non-profit or government entity or something. Maybe it's privately owned. For-profit airport. These vending machines, man, I tell you what. Making us... The ATM? Oh my goodness, I had no idea how much people needed cash at the airport. Cash is dead, everybody. Use credit. Unless you can't get credit, and that's fine, then use cash, no doubt, no doubt. Okay, so if we wanted to build a nice, lovely little cafe over here, have to be something like that, and then we would need to do a foundation like that. Which is exactly what we're gonna do. Drink machine. Way over in the corner. Coffee maker. Chilled food display. That could be good. Drink machine. We've got hot food display right next to the cold food display. The residual heat just keeping everything nice. Yeah. People are excited about the cafe. Don't worry, it'll be along soon. For the record, this chef is going to be incredibly fit with the kitchen over here, but the store all the way over here. Avocado, donuts, pizza, good. Okay, they can serve quite a bit in here. They're doing okay. She's doing all right. Cafe is really bumping over here. This is good. Still getting to vending machines. Still, you know, some people don't want to have to go do the face-to-face interact. Whoa, speaking of which. Some people don't want to go do the face-to-face interaction, and sometimes too many of them do. We need another cash register over there. You know, nothing's caught fire for a while. That's good. Holy goodness, these ATMs are... Jeez! I had no idea the ATMs were this popular. Nice and impossible to get into and out of, you know. Blocked off by plants, cash registers, and chairs. It's a huge fire hazard right here. Oh, there we go. We're at 65,000 cash. We can lower our property tax now. Drops my daily property taxes by 10% of the normal amount. Excellent. All right, we're gonna expand a little bit right here. Put in some shopping. Oh, we got an A320. Bam. There we go. Early morning flight. Where was that? Look at that. Look at that. What great timing here. The Beech 1900 is here right now. That is Pacific Airlines flight 3668, 3668. And we're gonna cancel your flight. You guys are done. I will wait for you to leave, and then I will cancel your flight. It's been great doing business with you, Pacific, but Beech 1900s, we got no place for those here. Termination fee of 5,000. We don't even have that right now, but we'll make it happen. Going into the red just a tidge. There we go. All right. Perfect. That actually worked out pretty well. Arcade retro game makes me more earnings per transaction. Well, you know what? If people want retro, they're going to get retro. Okay. We're nearing the point here where we're going to be able to start bringing in some cash. Receives jet fuel deliveries and distributes it to pipeline-connected reservoirs. I'll tell you what, I'd have to agree with this as well, but like the cafe is doing a lot more business than the store is. The fuel pipeline is always going to be expensive. Oh, you know what? That is actually not too bad. I am pleasantly surprised by that. It's very reasonable for underground pipe installation. But we're gonna need to build a fuel tank and then actually purchase some fuel. Okay, right at the end of the day, we've got an even 40,000 here, day 17. That's important to us so that we can buy a fuel tank. Outdoor jet fuel storage reservoir used to support refueling operations. We went with we went with the smaller size fuel tank just for cost purposes for now. At least one more janitor and to probably expand their garbage area. Oh, there they go, good. Okay, assigned vehicle, we'll add a fuel truck. So now we should be able to start doing some fuel service up in here. Pricing model, track the market or fixed. I'm confident that our people here are going to want to track market. Let's see if we can do a... So So market price 128. What's it fluctuating around at here? 128 and a quarter, 128, 127. Buy it all. There we go. 127.11. We're waiting for delivery. Oh wow, we already got delivery. That was fast. By golly. And then we'll sell it. We'll go 177. 50 cent. That'll work. Good. So we've got a 50-cent markup on the fuel that we bought. And we don't have a ton of fuel right now though, so we do need to keep an eye on it so maybe we can buy more as we have cash. That's gonna help us if we can make some money off of fuel. So at this point, I mean, we're not going to snowball really. I mean, except for with the fuel. There we go, yeah, we just made 18 grand off of fuel right there. And to be clear, aircraft fuel prices really do vary from airport to airport and even day to day. It's not uncommon for people who own their own airplane or even companies that operate them who are particularly cost conscious to land at or fly to another airport to get fuel. Pretty darn common. You know, you can tell that it's a pretty good game when you can manage the airport without actually having to like cheese the airplanes or anything like that. Pacific, what do you have for me? Nothing? You're even happy with my commercial fees? I don't even like you guys. They're like dead set on being my friend. Like I don't want that. Now that you guys have your sales reps, so I'm gonna increase some cost. We're 20 days in at this point, and we're increasing the runway use fee to where the game starts it. All right, $400 landing fee, $25 airport use fee. So at this point, we've got a recurring order. Just kind of let the clock run for a little while. We were able to fill this thing up. So now we've got a recurring order, and our pricing model is going to track market plus nearly 30%. We're shooting for about 4 to 5 planes a day that'll actually get gas from us to help us make some money here. And one thing that I could be doing is trying to focus on 1 or 2 airlines. I can then negotiate my deals with them about profit sharing and that sort of thing. But to do that, I have to have more flights with them than I do. Oof, I just took a big old hit. Oh, the refueling order. It happened. Oh wow, okay. So it happened no matter what. So we're in the whole 150K now. Ouch. Pretty confident we just had a mid-ground collision right there. No big deal. Fuel truck don't care. If my bank balance does not become positive, I'll be declared bankrupt and the game will end. Ouch. And we're in the positive. Boom. Okay, so I let it run on a bit and I did not micromanage the fuel too much. Ultimately, we broke $1 million in the bank on day 38, but it wasn't until day 39 that we had more than $1 million in the bank, even after taxes, fuel expenses, and that sort of thing. Unfortunately, I did notice far too late that I could have reduced the frequency of the bus service. I should have changed that so there were fewer buses and people would have had to drive themselves to the airport, and then they would use my monopolistically priced parking. Well, you win some, you lose some. Since becoming one of the most profitable city services, maybe now the airport authority will approve some expansion. Fingers crossed, everybody. Thanks for watching.